Remember how in my first Neko Coda commentary I said that the best argument for something is a bad one tending to go against it? Well, this is another example of that.
There are currently, let me check my watch, 7.7 billion people on this planet right now. Current projections say there's going to be 9.8 billion in 2050 and 11.2 billion by 2100. These are the median estimates. In other words, it could be more, maybe much more. By the way, many scientists, including the famed Harvard University sociobiologist E.O. Wilson, think that the Earth has a maximum carrying capacity of about 9 to 10 billion people. And even that number is assuming the population of the Earth adopts a strictly vegetarian diet. If we remain voracious omnivores, 9 billion might not even be sustainable. And that's only about 30 years away.
Quick question, TJ. If the world only has a maximum carrying capacity of about 9 billion people, then why do we already produce enough food for 10 billion people as it is? And for that matter, we aren't even producing as much as we theoretically could. A Bloomberg article in 2020 went so far as to argue that we could produce enough food to feed 14 billion people without creating any new farmland. Even if we want to discuss the environmental impact of having that many people, it's important to remember that most carbon emissions are done by a handful of large corporations, not by average people. And for that matter, most of these hypothetical new people would very likely be in third world nations with basically no carbon footprint anyway. For those unaware, the country with the highest fertility rate is Niger, with an average birth rate of about 7 births for every 1 woman. It is not the people of Niger who are causing all the CO2 emissions nor eating all the food, nor is it even really the people of India, which, despite being the second largest country on Earth, and being one of 2 countries with a population of over 1 billion people, produces a fifth of the carbon emissions of China and less than half of the carbon emissions of the United States, despite the fact that the United States is a population about 3 times smaller. There are many problems in the world right now, but the ones that are typically blamed on overpopulation are not the fault of one person having too many children. They're the fault of a combination of wealthy people consistently getting more than they actually need, put together with this almost scientific xenophobia that stops things like renewable energy and GMOs. Blame the current greed-based global economy and how it incentivizes both overconsumption and perpetual staticness, especially in regards to the food and energy industry. Don't blame one woman who has more kids than you personally think she should. Good night and good luck.